Friday night, everybody. Whew. What a week it has been, right? So, I really love tonight's lesson. This is our second weekend. I want everyone to know we have a new song of the week, which is My Church by Maren Morris. Okay? Because this is about you reclaiming the Course in Miracles. It explains itself as like psychotherapy, um, self-led psychotherapy, or you know, basically redoing the way you think about the world that you see. And it integrates so much that many famous people that I admire in the personal growth industry, such as Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, of course, Marianne Williamson. Hey, Susan! Of course, Susan and myself, we've done the Course in Miracles. Well, I've never done the whole Course in Miracles. In fact, like I did say this before, I never got this far. I've never gotten to lesson 15 in A Course in Miracles. Um, because then I would get distracted someplace else. But however, you know, what I do and what I am experiencing is a spiritual experience, a reawakening of compassion, a rejuvenation of possibilities. And you would think, in the face of everything going on, what appears to be unrest, that what I'm talking about may sound a little crazy. It may sound as if I'm not in touch with reality. Well, what I'm learning in the Course in Miracles is that what I'm learning how to do is keep my head connected to my heart and thus my soul, while everyone else seems to be losing theirs. So, which is real and which is the illusion? That is what lesson 15 is all about, right? So, even though I may sound a little crazy saying that this is the best time we've ever had, thank God everything is getting all shook up. Like, this is the time that we were born to keep our heads and know the difference. Because nothing that isn't real exists. And the only thing that exists is love. So if what you're seeing or what you're imagining, you see, because most of your time is spent in your imagination. So also the Course helps you, and especially this lesson helps you use your imagination wisely. All right? So let's talk about this for a second. So the actual lesson itself today is, my thoughts are images that I have made. All right? And the practice itself is, you're supposed to glance around the room. So do that right now. Just kind of glance around the room, and I'm definitely going to be using these glasses as something to, and so you choose 3 or 4 objects. And this is the statement you say. These glasses are an image that I have made. This coffee mug is an image that I have made. This microphone is an image that I have made. The political unrest is an image that I have made. Yeah, that one may be a stretch for your psyche. However, remember, what we're wanting to do is see beyond the startle response. If every time a flower broke through the ground and we only looked at the dirt rumbling, we would be all in fear about what was fixing to come out, right? But we don't do that because we expect a flower. Like, that's what I'm asking everyone that listens to me, that shares my videos, that feels connected to this message, to do that. expect a flower. Expect a blooming, amazing result, because that's the world that God sees. So that's how you know the difference. And I put the quote, the universe as we know it is a joint product. It's like a figure eight experience I talk about, of the observer and the observed, right? Like when you see me, you change me. When I see you, I change you. Like, and we both are in this image imagination experience. I was listening to Esther and Jerry Hicks earlier today, and she alluded to this point. She says any enemy that you have in your imagination is they're in your imagination. You're not really seeing them. Now that's a stretch. But don't you think right now, in these times, it's time for us to stretch our imagination? Like, you do believe that thoughts are turn into things eventually, right? We've seen that time and time again. And what we're seeing right now is the opening of hearts worldwide. So remember that. And this lesson in particular helps you to keep your head about you when everything else looks like it's fallen apart. So remember, it's the observer. And another important, I love this study, I talk about it often. There's a study done that has been proven time and time again, within 20 minutes, the person that has the highest frequency in the room. And when I'm talking about frequency, I'm talking about someone who is in the listening mode, who is listening, doesn't have any preconceived judgment, doesn't have control of the outcome, doesn't need it to go a certain way, is there to be part of the group, and is feeling love and appreciation for everyone there. That's the frequency that I'm talking about. That's the actual what it feels like, So within 20 minutes, if you were in my presence, within 6 to 8 feet of me, then you would be in my frequency. I don't have to do a thing. They've done this with clocks. You've noticed it when women on their menstrual cycles. But did you know how effective it is with mood? So what I want you to understand is that what I see is that when we feel our leadership is shaky on the outside, it's because we are each individually birthing, taking responsibility for leadership of kindness, of beauty, of connectedness, of everyone has more than enough. Every child is fed, loved, clothed, and just cherished. Every adult is too, and every old person is as well. Every human is treated with respect. And when women and men get together in the future, in the now, we get together for the purpose of all. That's doable. That might even be doable in my lifetime. So what I'm saying is, watch and know the difference between thoughts that are imagination and when you're really seeing reality. So, what have you been up to? So we have Monday night. If you're in my Patreon account, you'll get a private Zoom link. And I'm going to have a special guest on Monday night. And we're going to talk about miracles, a little bit deeper into miracles. And then, of course, the second Monday of every month is the book club, which is Divine Compensation by Marianne Williamson. And we'll be going into our second Monday on that. And then, of course, I'm available if you would like some private time. So, Go forth, multiply who you are. I love you, Susan. It's time for us to connect. Go forth and see the difference between thoughts you've imagined and allowing your heart to see through the eyes of your heart. Let me know what you see. Sweet dreams.